Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala Rasulil Kareem amma ba'd. So inshallah we're moving on to the particle ila. Okay. Now, what's ila? You say ila lintiha'il ghaya. Okay. So ila is for intiha'ul ghaya. We've explained this in Kubra already. When they say ghaya, it's kamajaz. Because ghaya is the ending point, isn't it? So you have the ending point of the ending point. Because ghaya is a finish line, the ending, where it comes to a conclusion. So when they say ghaya, it means one of two things. One is masafa. So you have the whole distance, and you call the whole distance the ghaya. One. And the second possibility is a hukam. Intiha al-hukam. So jalastu ila al-layl. Jalastu sumtu ila al-layl. It's the ending of the hukam of sawm. So when you say intiha al-ghaya, if you translate ghaya literally, it wouldn't make any sense. It means it's majaz, juz'iyya. Majaz mursal bi'tibari juz'iyya. Because the ghaya is one part of the masafa, so you call it the ghaya. Is that clear? Make sure you have that in your mind before you go ahead. Definitely have confusion coming up. Now, so you have a hukam, correct? Now the relationship between the hukam or the mughayya, the fa'il, it has two ways. One is the hukam starts and it finishes at the ghaya. We're not entering into the ghaya. Meaning ma ba'da ila, what is after ila, is not included. So you have the hukam, for example. Similar example is, you've done it in Quduri already, so let's go into it. Is like, for example, atimmu siyama ila al-layl. So in this example, you have a sawm, or you can have a sawm, or you can have itmamu sawm. What's the hukam? You do that all the way till layl. But the itmam stops at layl. Layl is not included. And in the Quran, first you have فَغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ. So you have غَسْلُ الْأَيْدِ. You have غَسْلُ الْأَيْدِ, washing the hands. Are we to wash it until al-marafiq? Obviously there's ikhtilaf. Only Imam Zafar is ikhtilaf in here. And only in wujub. Now the ghusl includes what is mentioned after ila. So this is called, is the ghaya included in the mughayya or the hukam or not? So it's both possibilities. Now the question will come here is, what is haqiqah? Because the haqiqah is default. So is the haqiqah dukhul or adam dukhul? You following? Or is the haqiqah dukhul in certain circumstances and not in certain circumstances? Because if whatever is the haqiqah is the default, then you have to prove otherwise. You following? So that's where you're going to have the ikhtilaf. So li'intiha il-ghaya. So what he's saying here is that there's no this haqiqah, but the haqiqah is two types. It's haqiqah for the hukam to enter the ghaya in this circumstance, and it's haqiqah not to enter the hukam in the ghaya in this circumstance. So he says here, ثم هو في بعض الصور يفيد معنى امتداد الحكم. Sometimes ila shows the extension of the hukam. I'll explain it shortly. Ila shows that the hukam is extended, imtidad. And sometimes it shows isqatul hukam. What does it show? Isqatul hukam. فَإِنْ أَفَادَ الْإِمْتِدَاد. If it's for imtidad, you're extending it, the ghaya is not going to be in the hukam. And if you do isqat, it will be included. How do we explain this? Let's look at this. We have here فَغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ. Now, to understand if it's isqat or imtidad, we have to say remove the ma ba'da ila. What do? We remove ma ba'da ila. So now if you say فَغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ, if you remove ila, what will happen? It will include all the way until the elbows, not elbows, the armpits and the shoulder. Because yad is referred to all of this. Are you following? When you say ilal marafiq, what does it do? Does it extend or does it drop? Does it extend? Is it imtidad or is it isqat? Isqat. The ghaya then reduces it, so you do isqat. So when you're doing isqat, in this situation we say, well, you did isqat, now is it, we say isqat till here, the elbows will be included. So we're saying here that it's not, the faghsilu will then include up to the elbows, because you're dropping off everything up to the elbows here. So when it is isqat, when the ghayat is isqat, it's for isqatul hukam. In this circumstance, what would you say? That what is after ila is included in the original hukam. Are you following? Does that make sense? Everybody following this online? Yes? So if the hukam is extended, is really long, and the ila reduces it. It will reduce it, but on the way back, it wouldn't include the ghaya. And on the way forward, it will include the ghaya. You get what I'm saying? So we would say here, The ghaya is included because on the way, when we were reducing the ghusl, we say, no, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. It stops here. So when you reduce, you don't reduce the ghaya. So therefore the ghaya remains included in the first hukam. As opposed to atimmu siyama ila al-layl. So atimmu, itmam. So itmam, what are you doing? Isqat of the hukam? Or are you doing what? Imtidad. Say atimmu siyam. Okay, don't eat when it's tulu al-fajr. Until when? So now we extend the hukam. What are we doing? The hukam is being extended. We're saying we extend the hukam until here. So in this situation, the ghaya is not included. The layl is not included. When the layl comes, the fast comes to an end. So we're saying here, when the ila comes, sometimes ila is for isqatul hukam or it's for imtidadul hukam. If it's for isqat, then the ghaya is included. If it's for imtidad, the ghaya is not included in the original hukam. Does that make sense? Online, on site? So based on this, nadhil awwal. Nadhil awwal, I'm not sure which one this is. Yes. If you say اشتريت هذا المكان إلى هذا الحائط لا يدخل الحائط في البيت. Yes? فهم? Because this is not امتداد الحكم. So now if you say here اشتريت هذا المكان, where makan is like, so you're saying here we're doing امتداد. We're doing امتداد because هذا المكان, we do because هذا المكان can be this place. So إلى until here then. Again, if you've explicitly mentioned it in the contract, so obviously the people are experienced now in solicitors, so they say, well, up to and included, so that you don't have a problem in the negotiation. But if nothing is mentioned in the text, we would say, well, how do we analyze it? How will we come to a conclusion? Are you following? So because it's ghayat imtidad, ishtaraytu hadha al-makan, I purchased this thing, I'm extending the purchase all the way to over here. So the wall is not included in the bay. An example of a thani, if you say ba'a, I'm purchasing something, bishartil khiyar, I have the condition of khiyar. Now really, if you say I'm buying this, I have a choice. For how long? It's mutlaq. By saying ila al-ayyam, what do you do now? You've done isqat of the khiyar. It's not mutlaqan, it's not forever, it's only for 3 days. So how much you have day 1, day 2, and day 3, 72 hours. Because the ghaya will include for isqat. You understand? Yes? So because when you say, I have khiyar, you have khiyar, I'm buying this and I have a choice to return it. When? It's mutlaq. And then when you say here, for 3 days, you've done isqat. So you dropped it off till here. So therefore now, the third day will be included. وَبِمِثْلِهِ example, لَوْ حَلَفَ لَا أُكَلِّمُ فُلَانًا. Is this imtidad or isqat? إِلَى شَهْرٍ. Huh? Ahsan. Isqat. Why? I'm not going to speak to you forever. إِلَى شَهْرٍ. كان الشهر داخلا في الحكم. Why? وقد أفاد فائدة الإسقاط ها هنا. I'm not going to speak to you forever. Any of the months. Then what did he do? He did isqat. He said, well, I'm going to speak to you only until this month. So the arrow should be actually here, this going this way. We did isqat all the way back. So if he speaks to you within the month, he'll break his qasam. وعلى هذا, what I mentioned before, وعلى هذا قلنا المرفق والكعب. Yes? So even the mirfaq, meaning the elbows, and also the ankles. داخلان تحت حكم الغسل. They both are included in the ruling of ghusl. In the قوله تعالى إلى المرافق, as I explained before. لأن كلمة إله هنا للإسقاط. فإنه لولاها لاستوعبت الوظيفة جميع اليد. Had it not been for ilah, have you not mentioned ilah? وَامْسُحُوا وَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ. Istaw'abat included. And the wazifa is the rule, meaning the washing. The wazifa was the wazifa of the hand, washing. Had it not been for ilah, we would have to wash our armpits. Ila al-marafiq does isqat. Yes? So therefore it's guided to isqat. وَعَلَى هَذَا. Yes, the same thing again. وَلِهَذَا, similarly, we say a-rukbah. What's a rukbah? The knees. The rukbah is part of the awrah. Min al-awrah. Min al-awrah. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ says, awratul rajul ma tahta surrah. The private part of a man is that which is between the navel up to the rukbah. Is it ghayatul isqat or ghayatul imtidad? Isqat, because ma tahta surrah means from the navel all the way to the toes. And the Prophet ﷺ isqat ila rukbah. So therefore rukbah is also included. This is one way of analyzing it. There's ikhtilaf amongst ulama. I think Imam Shafi rahmatullah says the rukbah is not included. تفيد فائدة الإسقاط فتدخل الركبة في الحكم. Yes? أشياء. Another meaning of, so the first meaning of ila is what? انتهاء الغاية أي انتهاء الحكم. Alright. The next meaning of ila is تأخير الحكم إلى الغاية, is to delay the hukam until the ghaya. Okay, so if you look at it here, we're saying here, originally, ila is to extend the ruling up to the ghaya. And the example of this is usalli ila al-adhan. So you're doing extension. However, if I say abi'u ya utalliqu, if I say ila shahri, I am selling ila shahri, utalliqu ila shahri. When you do bay, you can't have bay for temporary, that's renting. No? So bay ila shahr, does that make sense? No. I give it talaq for a month. That doesn't make sense. Because talaq is permanent. So what do we say here? In this situation, so if it is possible for the hukam to have imtidad, we would say here what? It's imtidad. I will perform salat in the adhan. But if imtidad is not possible, we say it means here, it's actually what for ta'khir. What does this mean? That the bay will take place after 1 month. The talaq will take place after 1 month. ولهذا قلنا إذا قال لامرأته أنت طالق إلى شهر ولا نية له. He's got niyyah. But if he has no niyyah, we would say here لا يقع الطلاق في الحال عندنا. That I mean أنت طالق إلى شهر, meaning right now, or I mean end of the month, or right now. Then if I meant right now, the talaq will take place right now. If you meant it will take place at the end of the month, it takes place at the end of the month. But without any niyyah, I said this, I don't know what to do. You say, well, our Imam Thalatha say, talaq will not take place immediately. Because ila shahri means what? تأخير لحكم. خلافا لزفر. Why? لأن ذكر الشهر لا يصلح لمد الحكم والإسقاط شرعا. It can't be for امتداد الحكم, it can't be إسقاط الحكم. Why? Because امتداد الحكم means what? That أنت طالق, but it's not sure for how long. You have to stretch it. إلى آخر الزمان or إلى موتي. That's not possible because talaq is permanent. You can't even do isqat of talaq. Talaq means mutlaqan, but when you say for 1 month, okay, for 1 month it's talaq and then back to nikah again. That doesn't work. Talaq raji, what happened to talaq raji? But you have to do raj'a on it by yourself. You have to actually do active raj'a. You can't do raj'a based on time. Fahim? So in here, neither is imtidad possible, neither is isqat possible. So we take a majaz meaning of the ila. What's this ila? Majaz meaning? تأخير. والطلاق يحتمل تأخير بالتعليق. For example, أنت طالق بعد شهر. أنت طالق إذا رأيت الهلال. It's possible, it's التعليق. So we say, well, this إله is for تعليق of طلاق. فهمت? Do you understand this one? سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك.